Okay, good afternoon YouTube. Welcome to Sets Math Hacks. Today we're gonna do a video on systems of linear inequality. We're gonna do some type of description, and this is mostly just problems. It's a sample problem. Okay. Okay, there are ilang bang topics? Apat, no?
Yeah.
Apat. So this is one of those four. This is systems, so others will do that. Okay. First of all, I want to point out that this channel sets math hacks is aimed at uh, yes, teaching people mostly about math. In this case, linear inequalities. I know it's kind of ano tawag doon, advanced, but yun, basta yun. It's advanced, pero yun yung sinabi ng producer namin na gawin. Kaya, natatrabaho lang kami. Okay, let's move on. I got the tablet over here. Okay, let's start. Okay. Okay, today we're gonna, as he said, we're gonna talk about systems of linear inequalities, which
That's right.
yes means. Okay, JC, can you please tell us what is systems of linear inequality?
A system of equation is a set of equations, in this case, linear inequalities, that you deal all at once.
Yes, okay. Okay, yun yung pinaka-basic na definition ng systems lang systems. Is that it's a set of equations, in this case linear inequalities, that you deal all at once. Ibig sabihin, all at once mo lang siyang ginagawa. So, kunyari, let's say, dalawang ganun. That is the same time. You get. Now, moving on to the problem. I'm gonna read the problem. So, this is the problem. A tuner installs new clutch packs and new performance exhaust in the shop for the 2013 Hyundai Accent, which is the car right here. Okay. The clutch pack requires 4 hours of R&D and 2 hours for the installation. And the performance exhaust requires 10 hours of R&D and 2 hours of installation. The maximum number of R&D hours is 14 hours per day, while the max number of installation hours is 8 hours. What is the possible number of clutch packs and performance exhaust that the tuner must install per day so as not to exceed the number of hours for R&D and the installation process? So, this just keep in mind, this is a very basic problem, in which, yes, it's basic. Ito yung parang starting ground for solving systems of linear inequality, stuff like that. Yes. Okay. Now for the given, you read that.
For the given, we have the range and the domain, 4 hours
Hindi range
and
in the
10.
domain, hindi iba yun, function yun eh.
The R&D is 4 hours and 10 hours. 14 hours is the maximum. The installation is 2 hours and 2 hours. 8 hours is the maximum.
Okay. Okay, let me clear that. Okay, for the R&D, doing the equation means putting what I say the same. That's what we're taught. So in this case, if you can see on the first problem, it says that the clutch pack, clutch pack requires 4 hours of R&D, and for the performance exhaust, it requires 10 hours of R&D. Meaning, for the R&D inequality, you need to combine those plus the maximum number of hours. So, as we all know, the standard form for linear equations are ax plus by equals c.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna apply that here. So for the R and D, which is the given, the 4 R's, that's A. 4 R's, the number 4 is A. Now, for B, we're gonna substitute that with 10 because that's for the exhaust. Now, for the C, as you can see, AX plus BY equals C. For the C, it gives 14 R's. We're gonna substitute that with 14 because that's the max. Now, since we already get the point, and keep in mind, for this, for you to do this linear inequality stuff, you need basic knowledge on how to solve linear equations. So yes, you need to keep in mind. So before you watch this video, watch the others video. Sino man sino gagawin mo? Basta someone will ask Seth. Uh, Make sure to watch the linear equations video before you tune into this because you need the basic knowledge. Yes. Okay. Let's go back. For the installation, I already said it. It's the same. You just substitute that, Okay. For the two linear inequalities that we will be using, for the R and D, as I said in the last for the R and D, the linear inequality is 4x plus 10y is less than or equal to 14. And for the installation, it is 2x plus 2y is is for the installation, it's 2x plus 2y is less than 8, because 8, if you're asking it where did I get 8, it's the max number of installation R's. So yes. Now moving on to now we're gonna solve it. Now first we're gonna solve the R and D inequality. So we're gonna first find the x-intercept. Now, the reason I'm telling you a while ago to have stock knowledge about linear equations is that you need to learn how to do this first. So since I hope you watch the video about linear equations, I won't have to say much about this. So yes. So to get the x-intercept, you just cancel 4. To cancel that, you need to divide it by itself so that it cancels out. So we were left with x equals 14 over 4. Now we're gonna put it in decimal because we're gonna put it in our Cartesian plane. It gives us 3.5. So keep that in note. Now for the y-intercept, do that again. In this case it's 10. So we're gonna leave out 10. We're gonna leave out 10. Now x is there, equals, we're left with 14 over 10. We're gonna put it in the Cartesian plane. It's now 1.4. Now, for the graph, now I'm gonna say this. If you have linear inequalities that has the equal sign at the bottom, you should use straight lines, not broken lines. You use broken lines when you don't have that equal sign at the bottom. Now, so for example, greater than or less than, stuff like that. So keep in mind, broken lines for stuff that doesn't have broken lines. That's for things that doesn't have equal signs at the bottom. Not to be like pilosopo, hindi yung ganon, isa lang, ganon. Okay? So now, for the solid line, for the ones we'd have that. Now, let's go back. Now for the graphing, I won't go much into detail about this, but if you watched the linear inequality, not systems, linear inequality problems or lesson, you will know how to shade. So I hope you know how to shade.
Yes.
So in this case, for the R&D, it says it's true because 0 is less than or equal to 14, 14 right? 14. So 14, we're gonna get tawag doon? We're gonna shade, since that's true, we're gonna shade the part which has the origin, which is at the middle of the Cartesian. Now, moving on to the install inequality. We're gonna do the same. In this case, I did not make another one because it's just the same, both 2's, so makes life easier. So cancel that out, x leaves us with 8 over 4, divide that, simplify that, equals 4. Yeah. Okay, that's the final answer. Let's graph that. There you go. I know I don't have the greatest photoshopping skills, but I think you get the idea. So yes, it intercepts. You got the green, which represents the 2x plus 2y is less than or equal to 8. And you got that purple line, 4x plus 10y is less than 14. Now, keep in mind, when you're doing this, sometimes teacher, like this teacher right here, yes,
We're gonna edit the photo.
we're gonna put someone there. This teacher right here, this papi teacher right here. This teacher right here is the magaling siyang teacher, to be
Yes.
honest. Magaling siya magdisiplina,
Yes.
stuff like that. Okay. Now teachers like him are gonna require you to do this, to
Shading.
you do the shading, of course, and write the thing that on the line that represents that. Oh, this line represents this inequality. This line represents that inequality, like stuff
Yes.
like that.
Different colors.
Yes, different colors. Yes, and of course, as I did here, it's the different colors. So that's how you distinguish one inequality to that inequality, because it's hard to it's really hard because of all the shading of all that. It's hard for you to find it. So yes. Okay. Now I hope you get the point. Even we speak like trash here.
Yes.
Now, conclusion. The conclusion is very easy. Just keep in mind that we're not finding no, I'm sorry, not that. We're actually just stating what we're just stating what the answer is to the question in the problem. So in this case, this is what we basically do for basic linear inequality stuff. So go read it for me.
The possible number of clutch packs in performance axis is the shaded region.
Okay, now saying the shaded region is as in the graph, the shaded region, that's it. So you're not actually writing a number like you would on a normal word problem, like what's 2 apples plus 2 apples equals the 2 apples plus 2 apples is 4 apples. No, it's not like that. The shaded region, that's your answer. So keep in mind that's the answer. So yes. Okay. I think we have to finish the video.
Yes.
Yes, finish the video. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. Give it a dislike if you really disliked it. Give it a dislike. We can take it. I'll just
Subscribe for more.
Bubugin lang nga ako ni Seth. Anyway, give it a dislike or a like, depending on what you want. Comment, subscribe, and
See you guys next time.
we'll see you guys next time on another episode.
Seth's Math Life Hacks.
And we'll see you again for another episode of Sense Math Hacks. video, the systems of linear inequality. This is just some reminders.
Take 2.
Take 2 kasi against the light. Okay, so first tip, partition plane. Look at the x and y axis, remember where it is. Now, look at the symbol that you use.
I'm right here.
Look at the symbol that you use. So the inequality symbol. So the one with cloud and equal sign is broken lines. Now for the one with the equal sign is straight lines. Now additional to that, you need to keep in mind that you still need to find if it's true or false. Now if it's true, you will shade the part with the origin. Right? Now for false, you're not gonna include origin. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, ano pa ba? On it. Okay. So, and last one, make sure to watch the first videos before you watch this video because you have to have some information about linear equations before you do any sort of linear inequality stuff. Okay. Tama, di ba?
Subscribe to Skybro16.
And one thing, hindi set mathematical. Ayan. Math. Ayun. So hindi na sets math hacks, it's mathematicals, math hacks. Basta yun, whatever. Mathematicals na lang. So, subscribe to mathematicals, leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Whether you want it or not, leave a like.
Yes. Or if you don't want it,
Share to your friends.
share to your friends, Facebook, all that.
Yeah, take us favorites. No, never mind.
No, go easy on the comments.
Yeah.